time because and so let me not taking more time. Let me start, and I may share my screen. So now my screen is here. So, sir, my screen is visible or
Your slides are not visible. You can see
yeah?
the other folders, etc. Yeah, now it is coming. Yeah,
I
now it
have
is.
to minimize the Google Meet option and then only.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
So, hope now everything is visible.
Yeah, now it is visible. It's okay.
This is
Fine.
okay. Just 1 minute, sir. So, thank you. As my today's presentation is time series modeling of cryptocurrency, a loss profit regime approach. So, everyone, all of you, be definitely aware that the time series is the most important area which is applicable for market research, which is important for the study of the currency exchange, and also equally important for any kind of financial planning. And as if you heard about the cryptocurrency, so this is only the term which is more popular in the society now these days, in technological point of view, and as well as the that analytics also, and definitely for the investors, and then those who are doing the investment everywhere. So, time series and ordered sequence of observations of one or more variables taken at successive intervals. That intervals may be hourly, daily, monthly, and whatever the interval there. And as when we'll perform the structural analysis in the usual data, so we consider the observations are independent, or it has certain kind of relation. But the time series data exhibits the dependency or correlation across the time lags. And as the main aim of the time series is to know the data generating process, and definitely estimate the parameters, and based on getting the best model, forecast the future values. And initially, the modeling approach has come with the Box-Jenkins approach and popularized it by Arima family of models. Simply, they dealt with the, if depending on the only the past observations, autoregressive models. If depending on the autocorrelated errors, that is moving average model, it depends on the both. That is the autoregressive moving average model and autoregressive integrated moving average models. So when we see the evolution of the currency, there was the barter system where everyone has the exchange of the items. We wanted to take something, then we give return something. Like if you want the wheat, we'll give the rice, like that way. So who is having that one item or asset? They are giving to another and getting the whatever they wanted to. And then with the development, metallic coin has come. So to buying anything, we are giving the metallic coin. And then later on, as the history evolves, then paper has come, then paper currency. So everyone was giving the equivalent value of for the goods and services. If the peoples who are our older generation, they know that how barter system was working. Then metallic coin was there, and then in our generation, usually we have used the paper currency, and then again the semi-digital currency, where honor may use the both kind of currency in the form of physical and digital currency. That means everyone have been experience, and now these days we are using the UPI app, either Veeam UPI, Google Pay, Phone Pay, or Paytm. So they are the semi-digital currency where basically our bank money is in the our wallet or from the account. Even partially it is also, if NEFT and RTGS is also comes in the form of digital transaction. And then with that one, the central bank digital currency, which is again started by the government of India. And central bank digital currency mean what? They have given a one methodology or one way of transactions where the amount is transacted digitally, and and then the physical currency will not be there. So as it was announced by 2 years back. So before 2 years back, what it's basically working, they mean the it is basically for the business owners, those who wanted to buy something and moving multiple cities. So they by taking care the paper currency is not easy. So for them, they have created one digital wallet and digital account like ICCI Bank is having and other banks are having. So they use that also. The main drawback of this time is that as because it is aiming for the business owner, so it's working like a current account where you are not getting the interest. However, the wallet was there earlier. If anyone have you experienced that, Paytm has used these different kind of FDs and in wallet also. So then, then it was stopped by the government, and there they were allowing the handsome amount of interest. So definitely there was a certain kind of violation of banking rules. So that's why the central bank has stopped this, and now they have been attached with the account by your saving account or a current account, whatever your banking account is there, and you may perform the transactions. But the this the CBDC currency is basically it's a special kind of a account where you do the digital transactions only. How cryptocurrency has come, if you have remembered that, it has been begun with the concept paper by the Satoshi Nakamoto in 2009, who has introduced a peer-to-peer electronic cash system and eliminate the intermediaries. The main purpose was what? The currency is the controlled by the state, that means by the government, and definitely it is ruled by the central bank. Like in India, we have the Reserve Bank of India, and different banking institutions is there. So, but what Satoshi Nakamoto has given one concept where the state control was not there. So they have used the blockchain technology, distributed ledger ensuring, and then it has been become more popular. And during 2009 to 12, I mean, it became the one Bitcoin equal to $1,000, and then again in 2017 it became the $20,000, and in 2021, if you do remember, in 2019, Supreme Court has uh, given the decision that the buying the Bitcoin cryptocurrency is illegal. And then again, before that, in 2016, if I remember the correct year, or 2014, that government central bank has established a one working group who was working for the digital currency. And then again, the main drawback was there because these currencies are not the state control. So how it be governed? And as the government is responsible for all kind of if any kind of corruption or fraud happens, then government make available. You have been experienced so many times where some investment plans has come, they promised in so much things, and then again, if any fraud happens, then government has to take care, and then because public got cheated or public have feel the corruptions, but then directly indirectly government become the responsible. So if the currency is not under the control of government, so any fraud happens, then how government will control? That is the main issue. And then again in 2019, again one decision has come because people were buying the cryptocurrency, and by that way as the cash, we have the ownership of the cash and we are independent to buy anything. Where we wanted to use our cash, with there no role of state. So it was allowed, and then people has started buying the cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, other currencies as there. And again, because on that time also me and my team was saying that Bitcoin other things should not be used as the currency, but because it popularly known as a cryptocurrency, so everyone is accepting, and our team has also started working. So we said, but on that time also we said that no, it's not the currency. Basically, it's a certain kind of asset, because by paying certain amount of money, we are buying the that currency. So equivalently it is like a certain kind of asset, and by that model only there are the various exchange authorized exchange are there in India, where we may buy the cryptocurrency and we may sell out the currency. I don't know how many of you have remembered recently one fraud happens around, and people are saying that it's around 12,000 crore, where one company was asking the investment for these currencies and then making the investment, and they are promising certain kind of returns like that, and there that case is still going on, because I know that because the some fellow who were doing this one, they belongs in Rajasthan, and because there were that has come popularly in newspapers, so I know, and I know that case, and there are the fraud is around 12,000, around 12,000 crores rupees around that. So in that case, definitely government becomes the responsible. So that's why state has to do control the currency. But again, how the cryptocurrency get accepted? El Salvador in 2021 became the first country who adopt the Bitcoin as a legal tender, and this is the followed by initiative by the Central African Republic, and many nations are now exploring the regulatory framework to work digital currencies at that. So till that, no popular countries, but again, US has one times with the meeting with the all owners of this cryptocurrency, and then they again come out with the certain models, but still it's not. Some companies had allowed that they may buy the their products by paying the cryptocurrencies like that. So cryptocurrency can be like the virtual digital assets, and but they are not considered the legal tender official in the currency. So even court has permitted that they can permit it, but still this cannot be permitted as a currency. If I don't know in academicians present here, if you do remember in this the Palika market, to now these days, and in the last 10 years, that is popular. If there is no change, then they give you some care the chocolates, toffees, or like that for 2 rupees, 5 rupees. So Palika market has started some plastic coins, and then later on government has stopped it, because currency has to maybe currency can be built and produced by the government only, and then it is the legal tender where equivalent money the person who is having that currency, they may have it. So how it is important in cryptocurrency and increasing use by investment and trading assets. And similarly, stock of foreign exchange market, major financial data provide Yahoo Finance, and they are providing the data open, high, low, close, and volume and adjusted close. So daily data is available, and we have also used the source of data from the Yahoo Finance. And again, there are so many researchers who are working for the heavy-tail return distribution, because it's used as the investment tools. So again, heavy-tail return distribution, volatility cluster, long memory persistence, all the things. So what we started working as the classical models such as ARIMA and VAR model have been used also price dynamics and market independence. And as volatility emerged as a dominant characteristic, cash type models and became the central. So we started with the loss profit model. And why this concept has come, there is the approach that some peoples are all wanted to invest when the market is going, and again some peoples, some who investors who wanted they to invest the money for the long time period, so they select that time where the loss, where the market is in loss. So always the concept is this one, that we have to buy the asset when the it has the minimum price, and definitely we will be interested to sell it when it be the maximum price. So because we get the maximum return. So traders behavior matters that the market is loss market or profit market. So how we distinguish the or profit market? Loss market mean what? If the closing of the market is more than the opening of the market, that means on that day market get increased. So definitely the day was there where person may earn the profit. In the same way, if opening is greater than the closing price, that means that the day is the losers day, and so on that day there is the chance that the investor may get the loss. But no profit no loss is there. Definitely there be a certain limit where we may consider that yes, there is no loss and no profit, like that, as we use the in testing of hypothesis in all the statistical concept, that it doesn't have the fixed value. So definitely certain interval we allowed it. So in the similar concept, we have the no profit no loss market. So there are three regimes. One is called loss, and loss regime, other is no profit no loss, and another is profit regime. So what we followed, uh, price movement move differently across loss, no loss, profit situation, create natural behaviorism. That means everyone has the behavior that I have to invest when there is the loss, or we have to invest when there is the profit. So every behavior matters. Is so modeling of cryptocurrency data without acknowledging these rhythms may overlook important behavior pattern and shift in price dynamics. So in different rhythms, time series process to operate different. So we need for the time series framework that incorporates rhythm sensitive and allow different dynamics under the loss model. So what we assume that we should have the model. If you have been seen the time series models or simple regression models, even the regression model concept can be also be used in this approach. So we have the similar parameters in case of loss, in case of profit, as well as the no profit no loss. But where the behavior matters, if behavior matters, perception matters, so definitely there the parameters may get changed. So we have developed a new models in such a way where this matters in both the way. So how, if you see that the loss regime is there, where this the what user space constant defines C, where minus C less than or equal to close minus open and less than C. So there is the limit when close minus open is between the C, that is the this limit. If you see zero, this limit, so minus C to C will consider that there is no profit no loss. Here is loss regime is that when minus C is that, like what if there is a 5% change on the market, so that means there is the will consider that there is no profit no loss. Likewise, what if we invest in the cryptocurrency market? So we invest in this assumption that will earn more than the whatever we are getting in the fixed deposits. So fixed deposits, let's suppose it's given the 7%. So we will choose the cryptocurrency as an investment tool if we get more than the whatever the normal fixed deposit is giving it. So if we are getting more than 6%, that means we are getting the profit. If we are less than the 6%, that means we are losing that amount which supposed to be get earned, and then in between we have considered the no profit no loss. So if it is greater than C, then it be the profit and profitable market. So what we here we define one classify the natural profit results, and then we define a Z matrix where this has come, and this is the mathematical formation. We have these all autography coefficient concept, and then we have here the models. We define all these terms. Say how it works is, you see here we have the if you see the loss rhythm we have likewise what if we see the simple time series model, what is there? Yt is equal to air1 time series model, yt is equal to z theta plus zy phi plus epsilon t. So here we see this one is the R1 model for the loss regime. This one is the for no profit, no loss, and this is for the profit regime. It's talking about the simple model. What our team has explored different kind of AR1 time series models. considering the based on all three rhythms. So here we are. I'm going to discuss three models: simple AR1 model, simple AR1 model with explanatory variables, and AR1 model with uh, time trend. So what here separate our parameters is still for the loss here, but the as we say that as the behavior of the investors are same in the loss regime, profit regime, no profit, no loss regime, so definitely their parameters differ. So we have three models separately considering the different models, and we have performed the all the estimation process and did it all. So equation one is talking about the simple AR1 model. And with this, you see in the last table, here we discussed the Z1 model, where different parameters works with the, these three are, three regimes are basically, this one is the for the some kind of, this is the identifier matrix, where this belongs with the profit or no profit, no loss, or in loss. So this one is for loss, this one is for no loss, middle is the for no profit, no loss, and third one is for the loss. And then again, this is for the lag operators, where the in R1 time series model depends on the just a past observation. So here it is the lag dependency parameter. So this is the model, and here we'll talk in the simple time AR1 time series model. What again we incorporate here, we incorporate here the explanatory variables. Explanatory variables is what? Let's suppose on that there is the opening market, closing values are there, opening values are there, minimum values are there, maximum values are there. So there are so many values are there, which are equally, which are influencing the value of the cryptocurrency. Here we have taken basically the exchange value of the cryptocurrencies in dollars. So here we developed the autoregressive model with explanatory variables, where capture the external market information in X, then daily high low price together with major cryptocurrency prices, and consider this one. So again, with the help of here, we have the Z with the Z theta and ZY phi, and beta X is there. Here, one thing is important, that explanatory variable is not influenced by the cryptocurrency. So here we have considered the beta for all regions in the similar. So we explored here, because this is not get influenced. So these are external variables, and external variables will not have the major influence by the, because of investors' intention. So here we did not change the parameters of beta with the regime change. Only the parameters of the time series, like the autograph parameters, are get changed. Then again, as the time is very important variable for any kind of a time series modeling, and time trend matters. So we tried it, this generalized time series time trend, that is called the spline time series. So spline is what? Basically, spline is the function which has been fitted in the piecewise bottom. So especially there are now these days the linear time series, linear time trend may not be accurate, and there may be certain non-linear time trend models. Even there may be the piecewise non, as if we linear time series model, linear time series trend is give the good results if there is the small time series. So like it's the size is 30, 40, or 100. But when we have the time series of 500, size of 10,000 observations like that way, so where definitely linear time trend doesn't has the significance with the series of that, because multiplying factor with the time is there. So how we now these days the time series have been explored in place of linear time or non-linear time series models with the spline time series model. So we explained with the spline time series models, and which is the final form of the time series is by the model 3. Even this has been incorporates the polynomial time trend also. Like if higher time trend is there, so that may be piecewise linearly presented. If you see this figure, so this figure is showing the linearity time. So what we did it, we selected. We have been trying the some more models. Even this the explanatory time series models model is with this has been accepted, published in our Journal of Computational Economics. So what we did, we have been explored the classical estimation. So all three models are linear in parameters. So therefore, ordinary least square can be used. So separate overall system are obtained for each models, and then for all three models. So both classical and Bayesian. Then again, we tried in the Bayesian approach, and we estimated the parameters where we consider the prior distribution of beta multivariate normal distribution, sigma is inverse gamma distribution, and then likelihood function. We obtain the posterior conditional distribution, and then posterior sampling, and via MCMC we estimated the parameters. So both classical and Bayesian approach are considered for three models. Bayesian inference incorporates the prior knowledge as quantify the uncertainty through the posterior distribution. So framework provides the comprehensive estimate strategy or regime-based time series models. So in all three time series models, we have used the classical time series models as well as the Bayesian time series models. So first, to get the model as the how it's the satisfying the model. So we did the simulation study for all regime-based AR1 time series model, regime-based accuracy time series model with expiry time trend, and regime-based AR1 time series model with strike time trend. So what we did, we just generated the series of size 100, 200, 300, and 400 and 500, and then estimated the model parameters, and performance was evaluated with the mean square error and absolute bias, and mean square error decreases considered as the sample size increase, the size of the stage get increased for each three proposed models. So decreasing MSE demonstrate that the estimators increase the strong convenience towards the true parameter values. Overall, the simulation results confirm the accuracy, consistency, and reliability of the proposed regime-based models across different frames. So these are the time series of the simulation results. Like mean square is absolute base. So what this table, first table is for is the time series of size 100, then 200, then 300, then for 400, 500 size, and then this is the graphical summary of mean square error for AR1 time series model in regime specific for all three regions. Then this is the variance, mean square error variance across the. Then we tried it for AR1 time series model with explanatory variables. This one. Then here we have taken the explanatory variables of the opening price and closing price. So these are for again for all three for five sizes. Then graphical summary of MSC. Then again, we have estimated, we have this for model with this fine time trend. This one where we have taken 2 point spline points 5.1 and 5.2 by spline parameters, and this is by linear spline. So again, this exercise is estimated. We did this for covariates and other models also, but for the times, I think presenting based on the times only, we have selected this one. So they were the simulation results where our modeler was satisfying all the assumptions of our models and giving the better estimates. So we again did the empirical study. So here I am presenting the top five cryptocurrencies, major five currencies which are having the market coverage more than 90%. So, and then again, we did it for all the models. So, there is some technical issue. I hyperlink it, but somehow I don't know why it's not permitting. So these are the for Bitcoin to USD, whatever changes are there with the AR1 parameters. So you see this one, like so these are for model 1 AR1 times Bitcoin. These are for Ethereum. These are for USDT. Then this is for Bayesian distributor for BNB, Beyonce, and this is for USDC. So again, what we considered the explanatory variables, and again did the model. So we again find out this one, and what we get the better results. But because the time span was different for both these studies, so we are working it that with all the models can be used for the same way. Then yeah. So what was the first model? The loss regime incurred negative while natural and profit intercept are positive. So loss regime slope is below on the one mean reverting, where the profit regime slope exceeds the indicating exposure behavior of the profit. So whatever the parameters has come with the this one, and that was satisfying the assumptions about the profit and loss regimes. Similarly, we have did it for the explanatory variables for the another model with the explanatory variables, and then these are the results for the with the model with the explanatory variables. Again, then we tried this the same results with the spline time trend. So what we get, three node points selected based on the minimum AIC BIC spline. First we obtained the node points, and then in Ethereum we get the three node points. Spline terms indicates bit value of persistent long run structures. Then Beyonce what is suggested one node points only. Lido Stakes is only two node points, and Solana provide the two node points. So we fitted
Please, you take two more. You have come to the conclusion, please.
Okay. So yeah, so I thought that, so time series analysis provide the wide range of statistical models for analyzing complex data, and recent years numerous models have been developed cryptocurrency market due to their volatility. Each proposed model addresses the different aspect of cryptocurrency dynamics, providing greater flexibility of modeling and regime-dependent markets. Classical and Bayesian inference produced were developed, and parameter estimation and statistical inference. The proposed models were empirically applied for major cryptocurrency, whereas the successful captured a symmetric behavior across market rhythm and generally provide the better fit than the conventional AR1 time series model. So we compared all this one with the conventional AR1, and we are getting the better results. So overall, proposed loss profit regime time series model provides the effective and flexible framework for analyzing the forecasting cryptocurrency market and while incorporating the behavior of the market dynamics. So still, I would request who are working in the time series, if they will explore these the regime specific models. So definitely there may be some additional contribution for the time series that may be used in other series also, like exchange and others also. Thank you. So this is from my side.
Yeah. Thank you, Professor Hitendra Kumar, for your nice talk, elaborative talk on cryptocurrency and the time series. And it is over to the audience, please. Any clarification or doubts you have, you can ask the speaker. Audience,
Sir,
any questions?
I have a simple doubt.
Yeah, you please, sir. Please proceed.
This is can also be applied to any investment in any stock, not necessarily for cryptocurrency.
Correct, sir.
Where loss profit behavior is there, we can use this model.
Okay. And one more thing is when you are going to segregate the space into something like less than minus C to plus C, and then greater than C. We are using the same C across all the things. It assumes some sort of symmetry. If it is something like C1 and C2, is it okay?
Yeah, definitely. If we wanted to give the limits that, if like what everyone investors depends on, investor may say that is okay. If there is the 10% loss, then doesn't matter. For I may consider that there, for me there is no loss. If there is the profit 15%, then only will consider that this is the profit, like that. So different C1 and C2 is there, and we did not work for these C. Basically, there is a very open problem that estimation of C is also important in this framework. So we did not work for estimation of C. Basically, we compare with the actual market investment plans is there. By that way only we compare.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, sir, for your nice talk. And what is the self, sir? Self estimator?
No. Square error loss function. We have with Bayesian framework. We consider.
Okay. And I could see there are a lot of differences between your ordinary OLS and the self in the table.
Yes. Somewhere classical performs better than Bayesian also. So definitely because we are using the known priors, that may matter. So study is required for having the more accurate prior. That may matter. That may be the reason what we get it.
Thank you very much, sir, for your nice talk.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, now it is over to the organizers, please.
On behalf of the organizing committee of WSTA 2026, I extend my sincere gratitude to our respected session chair, Professor G. Gopal, University of Madras, for expertise sharing this special invited question. Professor Gopal is a distinguished statistician and academician who extensively contributes to statistical research, teaching, and mentorship. I also express my heartfelt thanks to our distinguished speaker, Professor Jitendra Kumar, Central University of Rajasthan, sharing his expertise in time series analysis and financial statistics through his insightful presentation. We are equally grateful to Professor Sheila Mitra, University of Lucknow, a renowned academician with significant contribution to statistical theory and its modern application, for her enlightening talk on statistics in AI era. Thank you both for sharing your valuable knowledge, research insights, and expertise with us. Your presentations have greatly enriched this session and provided us with new perspectives on emerging areas of statistics. My sincere thanks also go to all the participants for their enthusiastic presence, active participation, and engaging discussions, which contributed immensely to the success of this special invited session. Thank you all.
Thank you once again. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Khanna.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Professor, for your support to our conference, through your deliberations and blessings.
No, sir. Thank you from my side only, because as I was busy in marriage and you allowed me to sit on 5th.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, sir.
Anyway, we are lucky to have your presence here. Thank you. Now, let us, who is the Amruta? Please move to the, please, let us move to the next session and please do the needful. I invite the chair.
A warm welcome to all of you to technical session number 31 of WSTA 2026, 11th International Webinar on Recent Trends in Statistical Theory and its Application. It's my pleasure to introduce our session chair, Dr. N. Vishwanathan from Presidency College, Chennai. Dr. Vishwanathan is a professor and the head of the Department of Statistics. Deeply dedicated to institutional growth and the advancement of statistical science, he serves as a member of the Research Advisory Committee and the Website Maintenance Committee at Presidency College. Beyond his institutional leadership, He contributes significantly to the wider academic community as the treasurer of Tamil Nadu Statistical Association. We are truly honored to have his analytical expertise and academic leadership steering our
When you
presentations today.
introduce, you show your face, madam. Please proceed. Yeah.
I too, it seems.
Yeah, but now Vishwanathan, we could see him.
Focus on the comments.
Yeah, please. Oh, our,
You
Okay, sir.
continue. You continue. Please try to, or otherwise, please continue.
Now I introduce the speakers for the session. Our first speaker is Lakshmikanta Patra from Indian Institute of Technology, Bhilai, who will present on the improved estimation of ordered scale parameters based on doubly type 2 censored sample. Our second speaker is Vinod Kumar Armugam, Principal Data Engineer at CBRE, USA, who will present AI-powered market forecasting
go to the airport and their service providers is giving several services. Now those who are experienced employees, they will their service is quicker, so the waiting time is less, and than the unexperienced employees, right? And another number of telephone calls received in a call center during the day times is much higher than the night time. So these are some examples where order restriction naturally arises. And also the censoring is an important aspect in statistics or reliability analysis, or maybe any other important applications. So there are several censoring, but we are considering here one important censoring, that is doubly type 2 sensor sample. So one in my examples of a doubly type 2 sensor sample I can give, like suppose there is a panel of 10 members and that 10 members is judging some candidates. So now maybe now there may be a personal bias to the candidates by the panel members. So sometimes we order them their numbers, give from smaller to higher, and then we remove some part of the so in the beginning small numbers, like marks, and the some highest marks. So this type of things censoring is called the doubly type 2 sensor sample. Or there are some other examples in reliability experiment, like an experiment or batteries or electronic components. The earliest failure may not be recorded due to the delayed monitoring, or while the experiment may be terminated before all remaining items. So like it's suppose we are putting some electronics item into live testing experiment, it may happen that beginning some items we have not monitored their lifetimes, and due to the time we sometimes terminate the experiment before completing the live testing experiment. So what actually it means, it means that if I have n experimental units, then and x1, x2, xn represents their lifetimes, we are removing first r minus a lifetime of the first r minus items and last s items. So the remaining portion of the sample is called the doubly type 2 sensor sample. So, and there are several other censoring schemes like progressive censoring, record values, and so on. So for a detailed description of the censoring, one may refer to these two books. One is Micker and Scobar and Balakrishnan Cramp. Okay. So our model is like we have an exponential distributions, two independent exponential distributions, and we are taking two samples from these exponential distributions with location parameters mu I and scale parameter sigma I. And here we are assuming that the sigma i's are ordered, that is sigma 1 less or equal to sigma 2. And a W type 2 sensor sample from ith sample was given by this, that xai1 to up to xbi. So what I have done here, we have removed first ai minus 1 items and the last ni minus bi items, right? So in that setup, a complete sufficient statistics is xa1 and xa2 and v1, v2, where vi's are given by this expression. So these xi, ai, and vi's are independent, and their densities are given by this haxi and gvi. This is actually a gamma distributions, and this is somehow if I take e to the power minus xi mu I by sigma I, it will give sometimes the beta distributions, right? So now onwards, we will denoting that xa vector is this vector, xa1 and xa2, and v vector is v1, v2, and b is b1 plus b2, a is a1 plus a2, and so on. So our main aim is to find various improved estimators or various estimators of sigma 1, sigma 2, which actually improves upon the usual estimators. Usually that is the best affine equivariant estimator, or BA. So for this estimation problem, we are not taking any specific loss functions. We are taking a general loss functions like L theta, which satisfies some regularity conditions, like these loss functions are strictly bowl-shaped and strictly decreasing when t is less than 1 and strictly increasing when t greater than 1, and the loss function achieve maximum, minimum value at 0. And the integrals involve this LT are finite, and differentiation under the integral signs are permissible. we will take the loss function LT such a way that these two conditions are satisfied. So under this loss function, we will try to provide several estimators for this order scale parameters. So first we will invoke the principle of invariance. So first we will consider a affine group of transformation GAI BI, and under this affine group of transformation, it is very easy to see that the affine equivalent estimators for is taken of the form like this, delta 1C, which is CV1. And now this results, this lemma 1 gives us the best affine equivalent estimator, that is the best estimator in the class CV1. So that's the choice of C was given by this equation 1, that the C01, C0I is the unique solution of this equation. So so if I substitute this C0 in this expression, delta C1, that will give me the best affine equivalent estimators. So now our aim is to find the estimators which improves upon this best affine equivalent estimators. So here I have taken an example. For the square root loss function, we have obtained the best affine equivalent estimator, and similarly for the entropy loss function and the symmetric loss function, I have written down the expression for BAE. So in the first result, that gives the best improvement over the best affine equivalent estimator. For this, we consider a class of estimator C1 is delta phi 1, where this phi 1 is a positive function. And then in this theorem, we have able to give sufficient conditions under which we can prove that the best affine equivalent estimator is inadmissible. That means there exists another estimator which improves upon the best affine equivalent estimator. That means the risk of the best affine equivalent estimator is, or maybe the risk of the is larger than the proposed estimators. So this result says that if Z follows a gamma distribution and beta is the solution of this equation 2, then the estimator delta phi 01, which is the minimum of phi 1 and beta 1 plus Z1 V, has uniformly smaller risk than delta phi 1, and provided this condition satisfies, that is probability of phi 1 Z greater than beta into 1 plus Z1. So here we note that if I have given this result for this class, now if I choose this phi Z1 at C01, then it will give me the best affine equivalent estimator. So this result gives an estimator which improves upon all the estimator in this class. Now, since BA is a member of this class, so automatically BA will be improved by these estimators. So that we have given in this corollary, that the BAE is improved by delta 1 S1, which is this, provided this beta is less or equal to C0. And similarly, using these results, we can prove that the restricted MLE for the sigma 1 will be improved by an estimator, that is delta phi 1R. And these are the examples. That means for quadratic loss function or the square root loss functions, we have written here the improved estimator for BA, and this delta 112 is the improved estimator for entropy loss functions, and this delta 113 is the improved estimator for symmetric loss functions. Next, we consider a larger class, which is C2, that is delta phi 2, and the estimator is delta phi 2 Z1 Z2 into V1. Here again, this phi 2 is a positive function, and in these results, we are able to propose a estimators which improves upon all the estimator in this class, that is C2. And again, if I choose this phi 2 as C01, then it will be the BAE. So BAE is a member of this class, so automatically BAE improved by this estimator given in theorem 5. And the statement is again similar way, that is Y is a gamma distribution, so where beta 1 is a solution of this equation, then the estimator delta phi 0 is improved upon the, where is that? Improved upon the class this delta phi 2, provided this probability of phi 2 greater than this function is not equal to 0. And as an application of this, we have given a estimator which improves upon the BAE. So the next, again, we applied these results to 3 loss functions, and we have explicitly given the estimators which dominates the BAE. So next we have considered another larger class, that is delta phi 3 is phi 3 z1 z2 z3, where z1 z2 z3 is given by this, and phi 3 is again is a positive function. Again similarly we have proved proved here, or we have proposed here the estimator delta phi 03, which improves upon all the estimator in this class C3, provided this probability condition satisfied. And again, if I choose phi 3 is equal to C01, then this BAE is a member of this class. So automatically BAE will be improved by this estimator, and that is given by this corollary. And here actually we have given this beta 2 less or equal to C01. If we see the previous results also, this type of conditions is given. Actually this condition is coming from this probability condition. So if I choose this phi 3 z1 z2 z3 is nothing but C01, then I will have this condition that beta 2 less than C01, then this probability will have positive probability. Fine. So again, we have obtained the improved estimator for this case. Now we will consider a class of, here we will propose a class of improved estimator for sigma 1. So the class of improved estimators was proposed using the IERD approach of Kobokaba. It is a celebrated paper by Tatsuya Kobokaba published in 1994 in Annals of Statistics. So using this approach of Kobokaba, we are able to derive a class of improved estimator which dominates the BAE. So in this theorem, we prove that the risk of the estimator delta phi 1, which is actually in the class C1, is nowhere larger than that of the delta 01, which is the BAE under the loss function LT, provided this phi satisfies these two conditions. That is, one is phi is non-decreasing and limit of U1 tends to 0, phi U1 is C01, and this integral inequality satisfied. So now if I apply this result to the three loss functions, then this last condition actually gives a bound on the function phi, which is given by this. That is, if I take the special loss functions, that is quadratic loss functions, then phi satisfies this, phi is non-decreasing and phi has limit this. And if phi is has a bound, that is lower bound is phi 101u, then the class of estimator delta phi 1 dominates the BAE, and where the phi 01 has been calculated explicitly. And similarly for the entropy loss functions, we have obtained this bound, and similarly for the symmetric loss functions. So one interesting observation is that if I substitute in this delta phi 1 this boundary function, that is phi 103 and phi 102 or phi 101, that will give a estimator which is nothing but the generalized Bayes estimator under the prior 1 by sigma 1 sigma 2, and this type of estimator is called the Brewster-Zidek type estimator, and this estimator actually is smoother than the Stein type estimators. Fine. So next we have used a technique provided by the Staderman in 1974, again Annals of Statistics paper. So that a technique is used to derive another class of estimators which is other than the which is different from the estimator which was already proposed in the previous slides. So that is Staderman type improved estimator under quadratic loss function. Of course, these results we have proved under the special loss functions. We are not able to prove the general case, that is LT. So we have considered a class of estimator delta phi 1 in this form, and then under these two sufficient conditions, that is 1 plus z1 to the power epsilon phi z1 is decreasing in 0 to infinity, and this phi z1 is bound by this function, then the estimator delta phi 1 dominates the best affine equivalent estimator delta 01, and the boundary function, that is r star c01, given by this expression. So its expressions looking this the derivation of these expressions are a little bit difficult, so I am not going to explain here. And then we have proved this result for the entropy loss functions. For that we need a lemma, which we have proved that this lemma says that this function FUL has a has exactly one sign change from positive to negative if R satisfies this condition. And then again, we are able to provide the two sufficient conditions under which we can prove that this delta phi 2 dominates the best affine equivalent estimator under the entropy loss functions. Fine. So next, come to the, and of course, we are not able to prove this result for the symmetric loss function. And next, we have consider the estimation of sigma 2, that is the other, and similar results can be proved that similar to theorem 2, 5, and 8, we can derive the improved estimator for sigma 2 and can be applied for the special loss functions. And moreover, the similar to theorem 12, we can derive the estimators for sigma 2. And in this case also, we are not able to derive the Staderman type estimators.
Sir, you have 3 more minutes, please.
Okay. So I think I have started late. Anyway, next we will consider the double shrinkage estimators for this sigma 2. So actually this is another type of estimators which is called double shrinkage estimators. Using the improvement over the VAE, we can derive these double shrinkage estimators anyway. So next, these results can be used for the special sampling scheme. Like if I take AI equal to 1 and BI equal to N, then this is IID sampling scheme. And using this IID sampling scheme, we can get the result for record values, progressive type 2 censoring, and type 2 censoring. So this way I can say that our results unifies for different sampling schemes anyway. So this is the numerical comparisons. Actually, we have compared the proposed estimator numerically. Here we have plotted the percentage risk improvement, and this red one is the boundary estimator of the class, and these are the other estimators, and it can be easily seen that these estimators are improving upon the BAE. Fine. So next we have applied to the this result to a data set. That is data set available in Jiao et al. 2009, and we have calculated the expression for the improved estimators for various choices of AI and BI. So in conclusion, I can say that we have actually discussed the improved estimation of order scale parameter of 2 exponential distribution based on W type 2 sensor sample, which actually unifies both way. One is we have proved the results for general loss functions, and also using these results, we can derive the results for IID sampling scheme, record values, type 2 censoring, progressive type 2 censoring. So these are my references, which I have used. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor, for your wonderful presentation of considering different types of loss functions and the various scenarios in which it can be applied. So now the floor is open to questions.
So any questions from the audience?
If there is no question from the audience, please let me I have one doubt. Please clarify, sir.
Yes. Thank you.
See, initially you started with saying that the ordered samples are...
The sample is not ordered, parameter is ordered.
Okay. Starting from something like XR to XN minus S.
Yes.
So what a general expectation is that R and S put together, something like R plus S by N, that ratio should be relatively small so that we can get good estimation, or that ratio should have some impact on the efficiency of the estimator. Is it so, or is it not going to have any impact on the scenario?
Yes. As far as we have studied, I have not explored this part. Maybe that I can check. I have not considered these conditions that any R and any S, because our result was proved using R and S in general. So maybe by some simulation study, we can say whether changing of R and S, is there any impact on the risk values. But as far as the dominance, there is no restriction on our end.
Okay, sir. Any other question from the audience? Okay, if there is no other question, then we will move to the next. Thank you, Professor.
Thank you.
Thank you once again.
Thank you.
Next, I will invite Professor Vinod Kumar Armugam, Principal Data Engineer, CBRE USA, to deliver the talk on AI-powered market forecasting for commercial real estate investment. Sir, please take over and share your expertise. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. It was a great pleasure to work with you, and special thanks to Sadi sir and organizing chairperson and the entire team of people who are organizing this international conference. Let me share my screen. I hope the screen is visible now. Thank you so much.
Sir, it is visible and you are audible. Please proceed.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Let me introduce myself, and I work as an IT professional for about 15+ years, and currently I'm working for a real estate company called CBRE, Commercial Business Real Estate Company. So the objective of this company is calculating the rental income, management income, rental management, and portfolio management, and bringing assets together and accumulating income. So in simple, renting out multiple properties, assets, and etc., and then bringing valuations and debts together on a single offer. So here our main problem, what we discovered so far, is the valuations, the calculations, and pricing model is different to different pin code and zip codes, and each factors depends on socio occupants at the particular zip code, and then social balance and the income factors of our people, and also the social status of the people who are living in the zip code, and etc. And finding those, including so many factors, along with the common platform, which is done by the AI powered and statistical model, which uses the existing data from our industry and from our company, and also from all the other competitors, and calculating along with our data warehousing pipeline, which is sophisticatedly done in our projects. And let me go inside, like we will talk about the methodology, proposed systems and algorithms, and how we are calculating, and etc. Okay, the marketing forecasting and the study of the framework, which is powered by AI, and it brings in with various factors as I given in the beginning, like commercial real estate decision making data, and the main data sources are coming from transactional records and macroeconomic indicators and local market fundamentals, and these specific situational oriented attributes, and the predictions of the situations in the real zip code area, and the rent and occupancy based on the demand on the current situations, and the external factors such as the war, and the health reasons, and then globally affecting indicators, and etc. So accumulating all the factors and all the data points on all the sub level of information into a hybrid level pipeline, which includes the boosting and completely driven into the deep learning model under the AI sector, and architecturing into the non-linear relationship that's regimes about our data rolling, and that reasons about our stimulation of our conditions on the real-time investment forecasting. So when you say real-time forecasting, like this is like bringing the data from various source systems, let's say for example VTS, ERD, and some other source systems, like which brings in all the data, and also the SSN factor, and accumulating them into the real-time data pipeline suggested through the AI models. So AI models, which we have sophisticatedly delivered using various algorithms and models, which eventually process the data and then brings in the data into the importance of the scenario analysis. So based on this, the various factors like the investors, the fund, the valuations, debt and banking information, driver informations, stress information, and then the macroeconomic market information, and market zip code analysis information, and everything flows into a portfolio, and that builds the time-consuming model, and that depicts and predicts the buying and selling factor of the risk management, and that drives the entire commercial real estate investments. And this has been presented as a IEEE paper, and it is now accepted and now in the publishing situation. And the key factors, which includes data analytics, real estate investments, analytics, and real estate commercial investments, and valuation models, decision making, are included in one umbrella, and brings along with the decision making. Where we fit in the artificial intelligence. Like in CBRE, we have Cortex, we have Cordilla. These are the AI systems, which are the internal tools already available, and we have used them along with the Snowflake Cortex, which is the technicality, and using them, we can be able to customize for our approaches using various models which are in-host and applicable and available readily for the market cycles. And these goes along with the valuable CBRE data, which is like commercial real estate data, and which outcomes the data interactions depending on the microeconomic conditions and the dynamics around characteristics and tenant behavior, which are also like micro dependent on each and every decisions. So tenant behavior, tenant mode behavior, tenant data, and then tenant occupancy data, and tenant recipiency data, transaction data, leasing data, demographic data, mobility data, all goes into our data product as a accumulation in the data warehouses, and pricing and rent and occupancy with a greater precisions. And the AI powered market forecasting real estate investments addresses the gap by developing and evaluating an intelligent forecasting system built on the advanced machine learning and comprehensive data integration. Beyond that, data accuracy, real-time integration, and predicting and the risk, and predicting nature, and the helping the investor to understand the model, and understanding the biodemography, understanding the portfolios. These are all our subset of deliverables and subset of products inherent within our scope. Collection of methodology talks about it starts with the data collections until producing the reports and producing the insights into the data at the reporting layer. So when I say reporting layer, it we have our Power BI as the tool which talks about various matrices readily available on the reporting layer. So starting from the data collections, like the data collections comes from various sources, and then it goes into a sophisticated pipeline called feature engineering, and therein we get the particular micro variables, micro columns, and features, and which is together called and dynamic as a feature store. And in the feature store, it acts as a dimensional model and brings in various data which outlets and efforts towards our reporting layer. And the standardization, outlier control, or places according to the data mentioning dimensional model. And modeling framework for the AI, which consumes the time series model, and gradient boosting models, and dynamic efforts nonlinear models, and hyper parameters which are induced towards our controlling complexity to fine-tune our models. So each and every data goes into our models, and then the data is repeatedly fine-tuned on the study nature, and the study nature continuously works on the data to depend on producing the outcomes and the outliers, and producing the insights. And rolling window evaluation and benchmarking, which are all like additional additional measures which we have taken from the samples from the predictions and framework samples, which helps us to perform the complete regression, the traditional regression and baseline regressions to perform the forecast error matrices. And finally, the data comes into the our Power BI as the reporting layer. So the Entra framework on the proposed system, categorized into several layers. Like one is the data integration layer, which brings in the data from the source systems, and the forecasting engine, which combines the data warehousing concepts plus the AI features of the deep learning, and helps us to work on the time series and predictions, and the evaluation and benchmark, which are the cutoff. Which are set by the rules, which are set by the company policies, which are set by the principles set by our company nature, and interpretability and decision support. And this is once again like a portfolio optimization set by our group of decision makers and policy makers, and they shape the what is the outcome, what is the feature importance, what would be our analysis, the stress analysis on the stress testing, and detailed outcome on the forecasting techniques called classical, deep, and survival and portfolio. These are all internal systems which are categorized for our various time series and portfolio frameworks, which are internally used for coherence and split overs and sub-market technology and decompositions, and various funds also going in for the hierarchical model, which is performed on the Bayesian and Carlo paths. Altogether, the total number of algorithms used are z-score, IQR based, and KNN imputations, and rolling statistics, and interaction terms, regimes, and core forecasting models, which include LSTM, GRU, XGBoost, and CADBoost, Light BGM, and etc. And also evaluation algorithms on the benchmark, which uses the guidelines from the government, which uses the cutoff benchmark from the principles from the city, and which encompasses ARIMA, ARIMAX, and exponential smoothing, and occupancy matrices, and rolling window back settling. These are all the benchmarking coming from our city taxation department, and which are also used in our framework. And finally, the decision support, which uses the tree nature, tree shape, and permutation and combinations of the statistics, and ice curves, and stress engines. So Monte Carlo simulation, which is like another tool which combines every output, every statistical output from all the algorithms, all the frameworks, all the internal pipelines, and it performs a macro and tuning concepts of fine-tuning the data into the market features, and propagates through into the trained models, and then performs a complete forecasting, complete predictions. And with that predictions, and we have derived the percentages accuracy based on various the algorithms tuned so far. So each and every algorithm we have performed rigorous testing, and then every algorithm helped us and provided that each and every method of trained technology on the frameworks, which gives us and helped us to provide above 84% or 85%, and some of them provided above 95%, which as the accuracy to trained nature of the data security. And also one another point about data security and encoding principles and the cyber security, we have also encompassed cyber security technology, so that the data does not leak, or it is not probable to get exposed to the higher other environments, and thus the data is reliable and safe through our pipeline and the framework. On the conclusion, like through our entire framework, we have achieved above 85% on the accuracy, and the transaction is streamlined, and then near real time is achieved so far, and then we are working towards the real time. And all the testings have been worked on various quarters of the data, 20 quarters plus data, which means like at least 5 years of data which we have used to train the models, and then systematic approach have been performed, and prediction score of 80% have been achieved so far, and which allows our entire framework have been used successfully uh, in our projects throughout the nature. And it's been we are leveraging our module to encompass more source systems like IMDP, IM Asset, and IM models input. These are all like investment management data, which we have been concentrating towards integrating multiple source systems towards our framework to bringing the office, the final predictional office for our framework. And various references and points we have taken to consider the real estate data, and which have been successfully going through. And this paper is being published, accepted in the IEEE, and then we are working towards submission and publishing.
Thank you, sir, for the coverage and above all, keeping the time on. The floor is open to question now, so participants can raise their questions, doubts, clarifications. So if there is no other question from the audience, I have a little one small doubt, sir.
Sure, sir. Thank you.
See, you are explained the things in great detail about all the methodologies and algorithms and what are the subcomponents, everything like ARIMA, and then other explanatory variables bringing in, and the algorithms like bagging, boosting, etc. My question is, if there will be mostly we will have some parameters to be finalized. To say, in case of rolling window, if you are using the width of the rolling window. Similarly, in case of ARIMA, the lags. All these things, whether you are going to the fully data-driven mode or any prior expertise of the market knowledge will be used.
So everything is data-driven, sir. Along with that, there are subset of stages given by the city and zip code, and we have to follow along with the cutting benchmarks and fine tune the data. So, say for example, the valuation data. And the depth data, and then pricing data. So, for coming to the each and every specific, the depth data cannot be more than 100%, and then the depth data can be like less than the valuations. And the valuations, when we talk about it, and valuations is almost equal to the entire sum and the arithmetic aggregations of our the pricing models. And so, likewise, we have each and every benchmark set forth within our data set, and those checkpoints have been tested out.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your kind explanation. We will move to the next speaker. In fact, final speaker of the final session of the conference. I will invite Professor P. Srinivas from Osmania University. He will be delivering a talk on a study on the chronic heart failure outcome prediction. Sir, please take over and share your knowledge.
Trial.
Sir, your volume is not audible.
Trial.
No, sir.
Sir, please proceed. Sir, you can proceed. But your voice is not audible.
Trial. Trial.
We are not able to hear you.
Trial.
Sir, we are not able
Trial.
to hear you still. What about others? Can you hear?
Same, sir. Same. We are not
Trial.
getting Dr. Srinivasan, sir.
The same sound only we can.
Okay.
Trial.
Then it should be a problem at his end.
Trial.
If you have his contact number, can you make it, sir? Only Sahil trying to.
Trial. Trial.
Sir, please try to switch on the headphone. Maybe headphone is not
Trial.
switched on, but no, sir. Still, we are not able to hear you.
Sir, but he reads, sir. He reads something.
Yeah, from the video
Yeah,
you can see is,
Trial.
He is reading something.
but we are not able to hear the voice. We can see
Trial.
presenting. Maybe his video or slides may be visible.
Trial. Trial. Trial.
Con,
Trial.
you are not audible.
Trial.
Even though we are contacting in phone, they are not taking the phone.
Oh,
Trial. 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 Trial.
You please left out and then come back. Then and try.
I don't know whether he is able to receive our voices.
Yeah.
That is also there.
Trial. Trial.
So, sir, Jayasri Marathi nu vichogane.
Yes, sir.
Trial.
I'm trying to contact him,
Okay.
but he is not picking my
Trial.
call. He is calling me. Just 1 minute, sir.
Okay. So we are also trying, but he is not taking phone.
Trial. 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 Trial.
Yeah. He's a research scholar working under Sir Jayasri Madam.
Trial.
Okay.
So we can give only 8 minutes maximum or 10 minutes total with the discussion.
Okay, okay.
Trial.
We missed our contributory sessions to attend.
Okay.
Trial.
Oh, he is from US. That's why we put
Trial.
it contributory speaker. We put it in this time. He's from US.
Yes, okay.
Trial.
Probably some server issue may be there, or
Yeah,
But-
maybe some server issue.
Trial.
what was the response for the phone call?
Trial.
He is not taking phone because he is in US.
Yeah.
And now,
He's- From the visuals, it seems he is talking to
Trial.
some calls, but may not be ours.
so we contacted his guide, supervisor.
Okay, okay.
She just before she mentioned that she contacted him through phone,
Trial.
but he is not taking the phone. Now I think he has taken phone. Yeah, he has taken phone. He's speaking something, but we couldn't see. We couldn't hear what he is saying.
Trial.
Anyway, yeah, let us wait a few minutes.
Trial.
Yeah, yeah. We can wait for another 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
Trial.
You can sometimes due to the yeah.
సార్ ఇప్పుడు మీరు మాట్లాడండి. Sir,
Yeah.
is it audible?
No, what we can do is only trial that. That's all. Some repeating trial.
Trial.
That sound, yeah. But only we can hear.
Sir, you try to unmute.
Yeah. Madam?
Srinivas, sir, please try to unmute. Yeah, we can hear you now, but the volume is very.
Trial.
But can you hear us?
Trial. Trial.
Maybe due to some software complaint.
ఇప్పుడు వినిపిస్తుంది సార్.
Okay. Or he or someone else can present for him. That's
Okay.
all.
Trial.
That is possible, then I think.
Trial.
సార్ మీరు కొంచెం వాల్యూమ్ ఎక్కువ చేయండి. ఓకే.
Trial.
కొంచెం వాల్యూమ్ ఎక్కువ సార్.
Trial.
Okay.
Let me speak like this, okay?
Okay, sir. Please proceed.
Basically, my
Trial.
thesis
Oh.
on chronic
Oh, he is speaking. Okay.
and it's a predictions, basically outcome predictions based on the
Oh.
stochastic Markov chain methods
Trial.
and compare with the AI and the AML techniques. I'll try to wind up in 5 minutes. I know it has a time constraint.
Trial.
Basically, what's the background on stochastic model? Before starting a presentation,
trial,
Let me explain a few terms so that we not lose each other. The chronic heart failure
trial,
is a typical issue in India, not only India, across the world. Basically, most of the patients are dying with this chronic heart
trial,
failure issues. In India, in 2024 to 26 in between, there are 8 to 10 million people registered. Again, I'm not talking about only registered people. And 23% of mortality rate and 50% patients undiagnosed, untreated. And the numbers are going up year by year. So, what exactly the rising curve is basically the 3 components we identified in this particular paper: hypertension, diabetes, rheumatic heart disease, and dietary factors. And the data is collected from multiple resources like Indian CHF registry, NIS EF registry data. This is a transition, this is quarterly data, and which we collected for NYHA, which is a New York Heart Association. We mapped. The reason we mapping is Marco chain process. We have to get connected. So typically we use the clinical use ejection factor, EF factor, BNP, and walking treadmill statistics are biomarkers for the stat transition. So stochastic model or the machine learning, we compare for 2 components. One is called enable survival time and also hospital resource planning. With that, I'll just quickly jump onto the data. So this is the data what we collected, about close to 10,000 records. After slice and dice the data, we try to do unbiased and balanced data for my predictions. On the left hand side, you can see the clearly data, and on the right hand side, you can see the 6 states of transition. I know there are 5 transition mentioned here. Out of 6, I just mentioned 5. If you look into the last transition, S5, it's a death, which is an observing state. That's the reason it is not on this slide. And quickly jumping out to the Marco chain model. Basically, we try to build transition probability matrix from S0 to S5. If you look at very closely this matrix, there are few things we need to observe here. What most important for me is the survive to hospitalization is a 0.36, which is a 56%. That's where I focus where exactly we should come back to the table probability. That's what exactly we should do the treatments. So if you look at the last column, death column, the person from personing S0 to death is a 0.02, and if you go down 0.03 to 0.00, first 3 states are very slow numbers, whereas severe to hospitalized to death are start increasing a lot. So why these numbers are important for the first patient to go for proper treatment and take medication, which can be reverted back to normal condition. here. One is a Q matrix, which is basically a transition among transition states. R is basically observation probabilities, whereas O is basically zero matrix. I is identity matrix. We go down the probabilities such of Q is basically, this is what we mentioned. And whereas on the right hand side you can see the summation of all the rows, which is 0.22, 0.7, 0.17, sorry, which is basically R. If you look at R, the stable to hospitalized. Then we start building a fundamental matrix N, which is I equal to Q square and Q to the power of 3 and so on. Whereas Q to the power of K is nothing but probability matrix step A. And I is 5 identity matrix of the Q. And the equation derived, which is nothing but we'll try to calculate the fundamental matrix of expected survival times by NHY. In this matrix, what we saw is S2, the moderate person can go back to S1 or S2. The person S3, if we go back to S2, there is a chance of survive. If we go into hospitalization, the expected lifetime is only 3 years. And now this is called completely Markov chains. Then what I did, ML performance models of 10 different machine learning algorithms we applied on the same data. And we got some results here. Again, this is not hyperparameter tuning, right? It's more to understand about the model, accuracy, and area under curve. Okay, and of course precision. Okay, so there's these three components here. Okay. And the data we took is 80-20%. And these are different type of accuracies and comparison models. And I'm just skipping the slides. And I just want to show, this is the one slide most of the doctors or medical people are interested to see how this BMP ejection fraction or creatinine or different type of tests performed on the patients with how they are moving between the different states. And jumping on to the, I'm skipping on, conclusion are coming. So the inference is what we derived. The mortality gradient is going to increase 8.5%, which is nothing but 2% to 7%, 17%, based on the patient undergo the medical treatments and also medication. And also comparing the ML versus Markov. The Markov property is based on the memoryless property, which is based on previous state. Whereas ML gives the data and try to get estimates more accurate compared to Markov. Okay. And the last one is the feature importance. Is BNP level, ejection fraction, and hospital rate. And jumping on to the last final conclusion. So this is what we conclude based on my analysis. And with the timings, I think I just want to stop here. Any questions or anything, please let me know.
Thank you, sir. In spite of that's right. In spite of all your adults, you are able to read it and put it very clearly. Any questions? if not any questions from the audience, I will ask only one doubt. Out of the different methods, you mentioned that random forest has more accuracy. Random forest method. Random forest method. It has got more accuracy compared to other models. My question is, how did you decide about the number of or about the pruning strategy?
Sorry, can you repeat the question, sir? If you don't mind.
In random forest model, how you fix the number of trees in the forest, and the pruning strategy is also how did you make it?
Basically, when we try to do random forest, I try to divide by multiple components. One is the region, set, and also where exactly, how far away hospitals and how frequently visiting. Those are different kind of measurements we took into random forest to identify each branch kind of thing. Then drill down the kernel. But again, we went up to 5 levels only, maximum.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Satish sir, now I think you can proceed with the concluding session.
Okay, sir. Okay, let us conclude this session. Let us thank all the speakers of this session. And also, we extend our gratitude to Vishwanathan sir, Professor Vishwanathan, for your support as chair of the session and managing the session in a very good way. Thank you, Professor. Thank you so much. And we could accommodate everyone as far as possible. Thank you all. Now let us move to the valedictory session of 10 minutes or maximum 15 minutes. Thank you. So that's Shubhati, sir?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
There is some sound problem. Okay, now it is okay. Let us start the valedictory, isn't it, teacher?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Our evaluators, Vishwanathan sir is here in the group. What about others? Whether DK Ghosh and Professor Loganathan sir, whether they were?
I think they haven't joined yet.
Yeah.
It's very late. Should I? We can't call them, no?
Okay, no problem. Don't want to call.
Yeah.
No, don't. Let us. Vishwanathan sir is with us, so that's enough.
Okay. Okay.
Even though if others are not here, if they are here, they can say something. That's why.
Gopal sir is present, I think.
Yeah, Gopal sir is here. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. So representing all the three, please send the result to Gopal sir so that he will announce the result. That's fine, isn't it?
Yeah. Who will be announcing, sir?
Gopal sir. Govinda Swami Gopal, you can see that.
Yeah. Yes. But I've sent the result to you, sir, because I don't think I'm having his number.
I shall check and send to you.
Actually, the result has 5, but we need only the top 3.
Okay. I shall select 3 and send to you.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Let us start the our session.
Okay.
Because everyone is tired.
Yeah, it's extremely late. Yeah. So, good evening, everyone, once more. So, once again, we have reached the end of WSTA, and this time it is WSTA 2026. 4 days of very intellectually stimulating talks and competitions and presentations. As we always say, the success of any conference conducted by whichever universities depends only upon the presenters and the participants and the great many professors who cooperate with us to share their work, who cooperate with us to judge our competitions and to chair the sessions,
it's actually the success depends upon not on us, but on you all who, with your great vertical generosity, always cooperate with us to make every one of our endeavors a success. This time also, WSTA 2026, according to us, was a great success because we had so many great professors from around the world sharing their work. So many students, so many researchers, and so many faculty members sharing their research with us. And first of all, in the valedictory session, actually, I was. My duty is actually to welcome you all, but I thought maybe we'll start with a heartfelt gratitude, expression of gratitude for you all who has always been with us and now also is with us. Uh, this is a very small function. We are just taking only 5 minutes to culminate this 4-day journey. It's not actually 4-day. There was a pre conference workshop also. So 6 days, no sir, totally.
Yeah, 6 days.
A journey of 6 days. So welcome you all to the valedictory session, and thank you all for the cooperation. We have got some few formalities left, so I think I'll hand over the mic to Satish sir to say a few words.
Respected dignitaries, respected professors, distinguished speakers, fellow statisticians, dear delegates, my students, and other researchers and friends. A very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of you. In fact, sometimes someone will, some people are from outside also here in the group. As we come to the close of this remarkable 6-day journey, the 11th International Conference on Recent Trends in Statistical Theory and Applications, WSTV, shortly notated as WST 2026, along with a 2-day pre-conference workshop on statistical modeling and applications. It is both a moment of fulfillment and reflection. From dawn to dusk, day after day, this hybrid and virtual platform has been a vibrant space for knowledge sharing, learning, and collaboration. With over 200 talks, including 25 keynote talks and plenary talks, and more than 100 invited talks, lectures, we have been privileged to listen to and interact with some of the most celebrated minds in statistics from across the globe. Especially the presence of stalwarts like Professor Barry C. Arnold, Professor N. Balakrishnan, McMaster University, Canada, Professor T.J. Rao, Professor Filippo from Greece, Professor Michael Evans of University of Toronto, Professor Carlos Coelho from Portugal, Professor Sadgupta, Professor Thomas Matthew from University of Maryland, Professor Kusumavsky from University of Nevada, Professor Kachashvili from Georgia, several others, Professor Kundu, and many others gave immense depth and dimension to our discussions. I will not mention all the stalwarts. We select all the stalwarts in those who are in the group due to the time short. Special sessions held in honor of the towering legends of our discipline. Professor P.C. Bahalnobis, Professor C.R. Rao, Professor S.N. Roy, Professor U.S. Nair, like that, and others, have reminded us of our roots, our responsibilities, and the inspiring legacy we uphold as members of the global statistical community. Our outreach activities like a national level quiz competition in honor of Professor T.S.K. Mutha and Professor K. Kalyana Best Project Presentation Award brought together bring young minds from the schools and universities across the country. These initiatives are clear signs that the future of statistics in India is not only secure but also brimming with promise. Today, we also announced we have to announce the best research paper awards. We look forward to honor the winners, recipients of Professor P.C. Mahalnobis, Professor C.R. Rao, and Professor K.C.S. Pillai Best Paper Awards during this, and we hope to distribute those awards during our upcoming December conference. And we, Professor Gopal will announce the results shortly. This event would also would not have been possible without the unstinting support and of the organizing committee, our collaborators, International Statistical Fraternity, Indian Society for Probability and Statistics, and Kerala Statistical Association, and School of Physical and Mathematical Sciences, and the Department of Statistics, University of Kerala. A heartfelt thanks to all our delegates and our student participants for their patience, enthusiasm, and active engagement. As part of today, let us carry with us the spirit of inquiry and the collaborative energy that this conference has generated. Let us continue to build bridges across disciplines, institutions, and countries. And let us remain committed to using statistics, not just as a science, but as a tool for social well-being. Thank you all once again for making WSTA 2026 a grand success. Wishing you safe days ahead and looking forward to meeting you at our next gathering in December, either physically or virtually. I remains with these words. Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. So now it's time to declare the 3 Best Paper Awards that we have conducted in association with WSTA. The 3 awards are Professor P.C. Mahalnobis Best Paper Presentation Award, Professor C.R. Rao Best Paper Presentation Award, and Professor K.C.S. Pillai Best Paper Presentation Award. I think more than 10 participants were competing for the same. And we have finally got the final results. The judging panel consisted of 3 eminent professors. So the final result is with Gopal sir. Now I request Professor Gopal to please declare the results. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, madam. And I am privileged to announce the results based on the opinion given by the experts on the papers. First, Professor P.C. Mahalnobis Best Paper Award 2026. Subhankar, University of Lucknow. D and A optimal experimental design for Conway-Maxwell-Poisson regression model. Professor C.R. Rao Best Paper Award 2026. Sachin Sachdev, University of Hyderabad, on bivariate power function distribution and its robust estimation techniques. Third, Professor K.C.S. Pillai Best Paper Award 2026. Shrey Pandya, MS University of Baroda, estimation of kernel hyperparameters using maximum product spacing for spatio-temporal Gaussian processes regression. That's all. Congratulations for all the winners. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Professor Gopal, and congratulations to the winners. We would also like to place on record our gratitude to the eminent judging panel consisting of Professor Vishwanathan, Professor Lognathan, and Professor D.K. Ghosh. Once again, our heartfelt gratitude to all of you, dear professors, for supporting us. Now,
representing them, Professor Vishwanathan has to say anything.
Yes, I was just going to say that. Now we would like to hear at least a few of you to say a few words of your experience in the conference. We request Vishwanathan sir to please say a few words. Over to you, sir.
Thank you to Professor Satish Kumar and his team. It's not actually possible to cover few words the entire course of dedicated hard work, starting from pre-conference 2 days. I am not that much associated with those 2 days, but still I am able to feel the impact of that. And the other 4 days, I was almost continuously traveling with you. And this is very exhaustive work, so to say. You are able to get in resources from different domains, and almost all topmost personalities you are able to pull in. So that is a very great thing. And the mode of approach, that is having offline, online, and hybrid, it is also a very challenging task, and almost the full credit goes to you and your team. It is really a wonderful effort, and the end beneficiaries are students, research scholars, even professors like us attending. It's all in one, so to say. So it gave us a very good platform to exchange our ideas. Even I am able to see the actual thing give rise to many questions in my mind, which also I see as something like the conference going in a very live form, or active form, so to say. So all was going well, I can see. And and the experts, as I said, everybody contributed openly, and mostly it is very difficult to get knowledge shared in these current days. And also the myth of AI is very well discussed everywhere. So that is a highlight of this conference. And the classic emphasis on classical models also came to the fore. All these things are done very beautifully and very compassionately. And once again, I appreciate the entire team and the hero, Mr. Satish Kumar. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the kind words. I request Professor Gopal, can you please share your thoughts on the conference, sir, in a few words?
Please unmute.
Please unmute, sir. Gopal, sir, your phone is mute.
Thank you,
Thank
Madam,
you.
again for inviting me to say something. I have been listening. I did not present any papers in these conferences, but I used to listen to the speakers over the earlier conferences. Unfortunately, the last 3 days I was busy with my busy work, personal work. That is why I couldn't attend. And today also in the evening only I joined. But what I have been listening to the lectures is many speakers give a lot of new ideas, new topics, and the participants also, I could see many people today because of the late night, only 15 people are there. Generally, it is well attended conference, even though it is virtual conference. I could see lot many audience listen to the speakers, and many stalwarts have been giving a talk in this conference. I wish this tempo must continue in the future years also, and we must all congratulate Professor Satish Kumar for his elaborate arrangements, and also for his time and energy. At what time I don't know he sleeps, at what time he wakes up. I could see early morning 4 o'clock his messages coming. Thank you, sir, for your efforts. Really, I congratulate for all your efforts. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your kind words. Maybe one or two of you can also say a few words among the audience here. I'm not calling anybody's name, but we'll be happy to hear your experience. It's a request.
Whether the winners are available in this platform? Anyone?
I don't
No.
think they are here. Yeah. I couldn't see the names when it was announced. Maybe it's so late, so it's past 11 o'clock here now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
This
So shall we wind it up then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whether Vinod or Mugam, whether you started this with Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for organizing this beautiful conference, and truly appreciate all your efforts. And it's been a great journey with you for about 2+ years. And the organization committee is, arranging entire sessions in well-organized manner and connecting with each and every personalities and the presentations in a well-prepared manner. And additionally, like connecting, like sending individual messages and calling them and getting them ready, prepared to the speeches. These are all well coordinated. And thank you so much, sir. It's been a great journey with you, and let's keep up the momentum.
Thank you. So I think because of the time, maybe we'll wind this journey temporarily for now and restart it again in December. So once again, on behalf of the organizers of WSTA, actually, as everyone knows, the main energy, the main brains, and the main motivation is Satish Zarulli. We are just standing behind him. Actually, very far behind him, because majority of the work is done personally by him. So it is his idea that has given us also opportunity to meet you all. So thank you, sir, from our behalf also, Satish sir. So now let us wind the program. From the part of the organizers, as you know, this WSTA 2026 is convened by the Statistical Fraternity of Kerala as an annual convention of the Statistical Fraternity of Kerala, and it is organized by ISF in association with ISPS, KSA, and the Department of Statistics. So, on behalf of all of us here, we extend a sincere thanks, a heartfelt gratitude to all the eminent professors, to the great researchers, to the brains of statistics around the globe for being with us, for cooperating with us, for being very benevolent with us by sharing your works with us and giving the opportunity to our students, the students of our department, as well as young researchers around the globe, to know what is happening in the theory and practical applications of statistics, so that they can broaden their minds, they can broaden their horizons, and think about producing significant contributions to the subject. So thank you all once again on our behalf. We have got our Best Thesis Awards in Physics, Mathematics, and Statistics, which will be announced in ISTST in December. So I request you all to pass on the message to the students of statistics so that we can get significant contributions for the award also. So once again, thank you all. We hope to see you with us always.
Also,
Thank
we request sorry for any faults from our side.
Yes.
That may be due to, and especially from me.
Not at all, sir.
Yeah. Anything.
Absolutely, I don't see any negative things. Yeah, everything is positive and everything is vibrant and everything is useful.
So that also is our responsibility. That's why.
Yes, yeah.
No, it's a fact. I am not exaggerating because in such conditions we see so many practical difficulties that you are able to overcome it, and not even with any trace of overcoming it. That's the beauty of you.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you for your nice words, compliments, and also for your blessings.
Yeah.
And praise. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we hope to see you all in person in December for ISTST.
I invite
come over.
you to, let us, since we are not getting or taking any funds from any funding agencies for even though the offline conferences, that is why we couldn't provide TAD, etc. Then we request your presence with us.
Yes. Yeah.
December conference also. In case we have to achieve such thing, for surely we will provide. But this is what we are with a meager amount of registration fee and other things, we are doing all things.
With all your efforts, this is very, very highly insignificant in terms of statistics, we have to say. So it's not at all funding and other things. I don't think it's a matter to consider before your very hard work to conduct and construct these kind of creative things.
Thank you, Professor. And in fact, people like you and great people, well wishers of this, like our guru persons, teachers like you are the encouraging force and in fact, lighting force.
Professor Gopal always advises us when we meet in Tamil Nadu among ourselves. He is almost a Bhishma to our.
No, don't use such strong words, sir. I used to participate every meeting. And that is
contribute to very critical and very useful comments and ideas with all our conference that went on in presidency and on behalf of Tamil Nadu Statistical Association, everything. He was the brain behind all operations in Tamil Nadu. But
thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Actually, we are lucky to have your blessings and your presence in our programs also, sir. Thank you.
Madam. Thank you, madam. Thank you, madam.
So shall we wind the program for this year? WSTA 2026 has come to an end. Thank you all once again.
Thank you all. Thank you all.
Thank you all. All the best. Take care.
Okay, thank you, Professor.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Good night, sir.